Hey, Kyle here from Social Creators. In this video, I want to share with you a social business prompt you can use to build your business without social media. So, I really feel like social media has become almost anti-social media with all the polarization, all the short form videos of distraction. And there's definitely some people that really rock social media and they do great. But I find a lot of people I talk to, they feel like they're wasting their time on social media. They can't track big results, so they're better off doing another pathway that's not so distracting and toxic. So this social business prompt is an alternative that you can use. And if you want this prompt, just comment prompt below and I'll send it to you. But I'll show you how I use this prompt for my Sacred Treks company. So basically, I lay out some information that kind of gives a bit of the human angle here of what our brand does, what's unique about it. So I say I run a travel agency that helps people book trekking adventures. Our unique insight is transformational travel happens through pilgrimage experiences when we fully unplug, set a clear intention, and slow down mindfully in nature. And then the kind of result we offer is a reset of the nervous system and quieting the busy, overthinking modern mind. And then a contrarian opinion is most of our long term health problems really just come from our sedentary, over domesticated, and screen dominated lives. In terms of failure stories, I kind of use a story here of like people have had these amazing experiences, maybe done some sort of psychedelic even. They come back, they get back into the craziness of their life, their family, their business, and they feel like, oh my God, did I really gain any wisdom or insight from this that I've actually used in a practical way? So we don't want that to happen to our clients. So we really focus on integration in a way that mass tourism doesn't do. And then process innovation is kind of like unique to your brand, some IP you have that's a bit different. So for us, it's a whole mindful hiking protocol across 7 peak experiences. We're big on experiential learning about plants and mushrooms and what's sacred, what's medicinal, what's edible. Um, we try to work with indigenous people for at least a day or two of the trek to learn the indigenous knowledge of the land and the spiritual ecology of the local indigenous people. And we really focus on the heart-based wisdom rather than just the mind-based analysis and data of the modern world. Awe and non-duality, we really focus on feeling one with nature and practices for that. And then the big thing is we really help people integrate their insights after and then start doing their own mindful hikes at home, start building their own community outdoors where they can share their insights they got from their pilgrimage. And so with that as a foundation, I now have research areas. So not a huge number right here, but just a way to get started. You could easily crank these numbers up if you want to be overwhelmed, but you can go deeper once you get the initial results. And what I'm going to do here is I want to get a little deeper than just this regular ChatGPT model. So I'm going to use deep research, which takes 5 to 10 minutes, but as you see, it gives you a way better response. So let's do it. And I'll go through this and let's just do it this way. One geographic audience, English speaking countries. Boom. Boom. Are you there specific themes or communities you want to connect with? All right. You asked me wellness, travel, slow travel, digital detox. So I'm just doing this in a regular ChatGPT window here, but it's a good idea if you develop custom GPTs with your whole brand story, brand voice, all your brand IP, then do it under that custom GPT where it can pull from all that. And that's what I help you do in the Productize Your Genius course, which is free in the Social Creators community. So it kind of knows a bit here about what we do. So I suggest linking to, let's just link to our main site here. And I prefer under 150K listeners. Let's just say 120, 50K. So business, entrepreneurship, social enterprise, biohacking, nature connection. So a bit of a variety here, right? Now it's going to basically go into the deep research. And I I will fast forward this part. Okay, ChatGPT finished with the research, and now let's dive right into this. So you see here, this is gold because these are not massive podcasts, but they're podcasts that connect business and social enterprise and nature and biohacking and meaningful travel together. So pretty much ideal for my brand. And you see here, it lays it all out. And then what I can do here also, I can say, hey, for each podcast, write a customized email based on the angle given for each podcast. So this is just an example, like I'll just do it for now, but what I would usually do is I would go through it a little bit deeper and kind of look at the angles it gave me and kind of tweak them the way I like them. But let's just go over this. You can see the power here, right? Instead of, going after an audience that already knows you and maybe has bought from you or isn't going to buy from you, that's probably small, you can go after a whole new audience that ties in to your niche very well, with, global reach in many cases. So travel and transformation. So for women 40 plus, maybe that wouldn't be as big for me, maybe. Soul of travel. And so it says pilgrimage is purpose, uniting heart, mind, and community through trekking. Fits with the show's theme of purposeful, impactful travel. The formats, and then the approach. So it gives me, because it's using the deep research feature, I can also get it to pull the emails, pull their phone numbers, their LinkedIn profiles. Often with especially heavy hitters, you want to talk to their virtual assistants, executive assistants, or reach out to them on multiple platforms. So you see here, like, it's going through all the big podcasts and different niches, sustainability, and pulling all this together. So you see here, really good stuff. Unplug and reconnect. Trekking as the ultimate wellness retreat. Pitch a concise segment about the health impacts of mindful hiking, improve mood, creativity, and spiritual insight. Tie it to a theme of coming home happier and more grounded from travel. Very cool. Very cool. So just tons of stuff here, right? Travel minded. Traveling hypnosis. So let me just go, I think it was about 15 here, right? Yeah, so other podcasts to consider: Black Women Leaving America, Global Wellness Summit podcast. So another thing here is look at the people running summits and reach out to them and get on their summits, get on the next summit. And so it's giving some other stuff. Start with the first few, yeah. And then newsletter features, right? So premium wellness travel newsletter. So 5,000, not huge. I could ask it to kind of increase that number more, 50 to 100,000, let's say. But it's pulling in some good stuff for newsletter features. And then there's a lot here. So it's a little overwhelming, but great, right? As you can see. So what you want to do here is get AI to write a lot of the emails. But just get the angle nailed first. And then AI can customize the emails. Usually for outreach, I use a specific outreach tool rather than just Gmail that tracks opens and follow-ups and all that stuff. But if you're just getting started with this, just start emailing people. And then here, social media collaborations, right? So people that run other online communities that have big social media audiences, right? Influencers, creators, a lot of them aren't making a lot of money unless they're really monetizing with courses or coaching or membership or some sort of product or service that's scalable. So if you offer them affiliate commissions, let's say, right? A lot of tools now build in affiliate stuff. And you say, hey, we'll go 50-50 or 70-30, you give them 30% of a joint venture, to their audience, whether it's an email list or social media audience. So pretty cool, right? Pulls in some pretty cool stuff. And then you saw I did a little bit at the bottom here. You see here, these are the emails. So Just Trek, definitely I'll reach out to them right away. I've been listening to Just Trek. I love how you connect trail life and with real life. So I would change this around. I don't like saying things that aren't true, right? So I'd say I checked out your podcast page, thought it was great. Saw these podcasts. If I really am determined to be on a podcast, I will actually listen, go for a walk and listen to one of their episodes, at least part of it, to get an idea of the flow and whatnot, which I think is essential anyway if you're going to go on a podcast. So you got to rewrite these emails a bit, but the better the instructions, the better they'll be. I love the way Travel and Trend treats travel as a doorway into real personal growth. Yeah, so you want to put it more in your brand voice. Again, the custom GPT is essential for that, so it doesn't use the kind of corny language that AI uses as a robot text. But yeah, you see the value of this, right? Huge value with the deep research function here. You can get some really valuable stuff to build your audience with those social media. So real social, right? Talking to people, conversation, community. I think that's the future, not social media. I think the scrolling feeds of Instagram, TikTok, and other apps, I think it's going out for a lot of people because it's just toxic to your mental health if you do it too much. And if you can manage it, that's great. But it's a slippery slope, right, with any drug, right? So try this out and comment prompts below, and I'll send you this prompt here. And you can get going on this. So one of the easiest ways to start growing your business, like the best leads are from podcasts from my experience. So definitely podcast is like the easiest. You can just talk, right? Whereas the easier to kind of create more content and be more, I think, mental roadblocks. This is just the pitch, the angle, some preparation, some research, listen to a few other episodes, and then go on there and blow it out of the park. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Talk to you later.